Hello there and welcome to our Christmas show. We're going away this weekend. We're going to run down to the Jersey Shore to a place called Cape May, and on the way back we're going to pick up our Christmas tree. So let's get going.
There you go.
So it's always fun to run down to Cape May at Christmas time. But the real reason we went down there is because we had heard that there was a restored woodworker's workshop, and we thought we'd get some footage down there and show you what was going on. Turned out the place was closed, so we had nothing to shoot. And on the way back into town, we came across a place called Cape May Lumber. So we went in there and we were looking around and came across a guy named Tony. He works there, and they make and sell mahogany doors. So we have a little clip here of Tony telling us about his mahogany doors.
Whenever you guys are ready.
Okay. Hey, I'm at Cape May Lumber. Came across this place as we were driving through, and Tony here was telling me about the doors. So I'm going to let him tell us about these doors he's making. These are really cool doors.
Okay,
what do we got here, Tony?
I make two doors. This here is a regular screen door, where it's usually made for porches that are open. You get stapled on screening, stapled on moldings. Everything I make here is made from scratch out of actual just mahogany decking, 5/4 by 6 decking. I rip it down. I make my moldings out of the same wood, so it's all usually with the same type of materials.
Yeah.
Everything is made. I don't do any mortise and tenon in here. I do all with screws, so I screw in 5-inch ledger locks in here.
Sure, real
Make
simple.
my own plugs,
Yeah.
tighten them up, glue, and then holds tight. All these doors are made from scratch. I start here, and then I just add this. I make a molding, and I route it all out. Everything I use, the only thing that I do use is a chop box, a table saw, a belt sander, and drill.
So a real clever design with minimum tools.
Yes.
And you're making it out of mahogany, which is going to outlast just about anything else.
Yes, especially if you paint it. If you paint it, it'll last forever.
Sure. In a seaside town, you're going to need a door like this.
Most of my porch enclosures are all made like this because I give a little bit of a reveal. This way it's a little Victorian look. And then this is like a massive Victorian look where you want the reveal and a bevel.
Right.
But you get inserts, you get white, you get bronze. It all depends on if you're going to paint it or if you're going to stain it.
Well, what a chance meeting here. Thanks, Tony, for showing us around, and really neat stuff. I just realized something. This door at the bed and breakfast we're staying at, it's one of Tony's doors. It looks great. It's holding up very well. Way to go, Tony. It is a Christmas tradition of ours each year to make a Christmas ornament from the previous year's Christmas tree. So here's some examples of what I've done over the years. There's 93. That was our first year. I burned the date in there. And these are some other ones. There's a bell, some cardinals, and each one has a date on it. That's 2006. So I thought you might like to see me make the Christmas ornament for this year. And here is how we get started. Yes, this is the trunk from last year's Christmas tree. And I cut off a disc. I'll show you the disc. And I belt sand it, and then I sand it by hand and come up with this disc. Now I need to get the date on there, so let me show you how I do that. I print out the year's date, tape it in place, doing this quickly, and then I take my improvised wood awl and I poke along here very carefully and trace the numbers onto the wood so I've got something to reference to. And then, I don't know if you can even see it, but I've already done that, and there are little dots there that have the date on it. You probably can't even see that. Really? Okay. So now what I'm going to do is burn these with my high-tech burning tool called a soldering iron. I've always used a soldering iron. So hopefully I'll be able to do this on camera. Here we go. The pressure is on. You okay there? Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's about it. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. It's about the best I can do. I think as years go on, this is going to document my declining fine motor skills as I get older and older and older. But right now I'm hanging in there, but it will show my decline. Anyway, with that Merry Christmas thought in mind, let's move on to the rest of the project here. We have to do something on the back. So that'll be the next step. We're mixing milk paint here. Comes in powder form in a foil pack. You mix equal parts powder and water. Stir it up really good. And you give it about 15 minutes to hydrate fully. And you have milk paint. Simple as that. Okay, here's our disc. I've sprayed a little shellac on the outside just to seal it. The back is unsealed because I'm going to put our milk paint on it. So there we are. The milk paint is fully hydrated, and I'm just going to put the first coat on. Simple as that. Dries in about an hour, and we're ready for the second coat. Okay, we skipped ahead a little bit here, a couple steps. Let me show you where we are. We've done the back, second coat of milk paint, and some wipe on poly. The edges I painted with polyurethane and sprinkled some sprinkles on, and then I sprayed polyurethane on the front. So it's looking pretty good. Now, what's going on with the back? Well, I had to think of something. So what I came up with was, I thought maybe a little mistletoe. I thought we could tie that on the back somehow. So, yeah, it's the somehow that always gets you. All right, here we go. I thought I would do it this way. Jonine is always better at this, way better than I am. But here we go. Tie this like that. And this like that. I'm sure she approves of this masterful work that I'm doing here. And for the great reveal, wow, isn't that something? Okay, I'll admit, it needs a little work. I think it needs a woman's touch. And I think Jonine is just the person to make this, let's just say to take this to the next level, okay? So anyway, that's our Christmas ornament for 2014, and that's our Christmas show for 2014. I'd like to thank you for stopping by and seeing us once again, and want to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.